Good morning everyone, it's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess to do your weekly read. I'm doing them at random still, which I think is a lot of fun because then I don't know what's coming out. So we have Sagittarius. So Sagittarius, this is your weekly read from the 10th to the 16th of February. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. And if you're new, welcome on board. We are going to use the Pagan Tarot for your reading, and we do have the Eight of Cups jumping out. So some of you are moving away from something because it doesn't bring you what you thought it would. So it had all the potential of being great, but now you're walking away because it didn't come up to the standard you wanted it to. If you do want a personal reading from me, all the details are in the box below, so please get in touch with me through my website or my Facebook page if you're a member of my Facebook page, or the Aussie Goddess. And I hope that the reading brings you what you want or you need. Okay, so we do have the Five of Cups here. Very funny because you've got that walking away from something with no emotional fulfillment. You're being guided somewhere after something. So it looks as though something happened that you're now on your own here. So some of you may have walked away from some sort of situation where you've sort of moved into this sort of feeling very independent. Could be work, could be love, could be family, friends, arguments. You're being divinely guided through to something after a period of feeling a bit sad. Now, the Five of Cups always talks of looking back at the past with regret and remorse rather than looking forward. And this card shows it beautifully because I see this man standing there with two cups. And what it is in saying is all the time you're sitting wasting your time looking at the past, you're missing this offer being made to you right behind you. So it's like something new is about to come in for you, but if you don't open your eyes, you may miss this. Okay, so the first card out is we have Death. Now, this is the first time I've seen this today. So the Death card does talk about transformation, and it's beautiful because you have a butterfly here. This is about transforming. It's about letting some part of you die that you no longer need. So it could be outdated beliefs, it could be a person, not that you're letting them die, but you're letting the memory of them die. But this is about you moving forward now into a place where you don't need this thing that no longer serves you. Okay, so we have the Seven of Wands here. Now, the Seven of Wands does talk of putting up your defences, you know, keeping people out, making sure that, you know, you're defending your ground. You're standing your ground here. It's like you may be arguing with someone and you're putting your foot down and saying, nope, not having it that way. Ten of Cups coming out here. So something to do with abundance here. Moving towards something that's really satisfying. Having all your ducks in a row here. Being able to let things go and move forward. Understanding what's waiting for you in the future. Now, we do have the Queen of Cups here, so you could be dealing with a water sign. Honestly, everybody feels like they're dealing with water signs at the moment. This can be an offer coming into you, very often an offer of love. Now, I do say that, but sometimes this can be a mother figure. So it could be that you are spending time with your mother. Maybe you're rebuilding a relationship with her. This Queen is very loving and caring. She's sometimes quite intuitive as well. Okay, and we do have the Six of Cups here, so it definitely has something to do with your past here. This is about being nostalgic and reminiscing about days gone by, thinking about how things were when you were a child. And very interesting that this felt like a mother figure here. So for some of you, it's about repairing a relationship with your mother. Okay, we do have the Lovers here. So the Lovers is a card of being divinely guided towards the person that you should be spending time with. It's very much a card of having a choice of which way to go. Be interesting to see how that one pans out as well. Because the Lovers is a card, how funny. I was about to say the universe has brought it in for you and I get the Wheel of Fortune. This is about here is being divinely guided towards something here. being divinely guided. I'll wait till I put a few more cards down. It's a little bit confusing at the moment. Two of Cups here. No, Two of Pentacles. having a decision to make where you're tossing up between one and the other. This is sometimes like the head over heart decision, understanding which way you need to go. The Hanged Man is here. So you're taking time out to really sit on this decision. Sagittarius, I'm going to put your last card down in a moment. I just want to get into the energy of this. I feel like you're still stuck in this looking back at the past thing for whatever reason it is here. It could be about family, friends, lovers, whatever. But there's a strong feeling that you're stuck in the past here. The thing is, the universe is trying really hard to move you forward. I do have the Star card here. And with the Lovers and the Wheel of Fortune, I'd say that you're being divinely guided towards something. But for some unknown reason, you're not seeing it. You're stuck where you are. And in order to move forward, whatever this thing is that's holding you back, you've got to let it go. You've got to let that part of you go because it's stopping you moving forward. Now, when I see the mother and the child here in the Six of Cups, I get this energy of sometimes what's holding you back is perhaps beliefs about things that don't serve you anymore. So it could have been told, you know, you may be stuck because you want to move forward, but you've been told in the past that you can't move forward on something. So, you know, it might be that you want to become an astronaut, and as a child you were told you would never become an astronaut. So now you're stuck in that energy of, I will never be an astronaut because my parents told me I couldn't, that type of thing. And the universe is saying here with this Ten of Cups, you can bring in whatever you want. You have a Wheel of Fortune here. You do have the Hanged Man as well. So what that's sort of saying to me is that you need to take time out to understand how to let parts of you go that no longer serve you. So maybe you don't want to be an astronaut anymore, but that stops you from doing lots of other things in your life because of your fear of failure. And this again could be something to do with something you've been told as a child. What the universe is trying to do is move you forward here. They're trying to say to you that you are limiting yourself. This is self-limiting beliefs here. It's like you believe that you can't do something. And here in your future is this beautiful love ready for you. And the Wheel of Fortune wants to bring it in for you, but you're holding yourself back. And you're also tossing up on how to do this. So it's like you're going backwards and forwards, understanding that you're limiting yourself, but not having the confidence or the self-esteem to move forward here. So it's like you keep tossing it over in your head on which way to go. You're trying to balance out which is right. So to me, this is a great example of that heart over head decision where your heart is saying to you, I want to do this, I want to have this, I want to be this. But your head is saying, talking those tapes from your childhood, like, you can't do it, you'll never do it, you're no good at that. You know what I mean? And you're doing this whole going backwards and forwards with this argument in yourself about your heart over head. You know, there are times where you have to go to your intuition, you have to go to your feelings. And the reason we don't do things is because our head is telling us we're not going to succeed. But my thing is, well, so what if you didn't? What could be the worst thing that could happen? So you have to go into everything with that leap of faith. And I'm really surprised we don't have the Fool here for that reason. It's like you really need to trust that the universe is putting you in this direction because it is what is destined for you. So how do you not know that coming up with the idea of an astronaut wasn't your destiny and people held you back from that? You can't trust what you've been told. You can't trust that your head is giving you the right information. Now, there are times, of course, where your head does give you the right information. So if you were about to jump into a fire, you know, your head will say to you, that's not a very smart thing to do. And that's the time when you do listen to your head. But this is about you wanting and desiring something. And whether that's love or whatever, this could be about a second chance in love for you, but you're holding yourself back because you're not trusting what the universe is bringing in here. And yet I can see this is a beautiful thing, but yet you're not trusting it. The Ten of Cups says to me, everything is right for you to move forward on this, but you just need to trust where the universe is leading you. And look, it's more than likely it's moving you towards some sort of stability. Could be marriage for some of you. It could be something long-lasting and permanent, but you're letting these people, these ideas, these outdated way of thinking hold you back from something truly wonderful here. So, you know, take the time out in this Hanged Man and really look at it. Do you need to leave these old feelings behind, this old love, this old way of thinking, this way of thinking that doesn't belong to you? Okay, so we do have two cards that have come out with this. So let me just read them both out for you. So one is the card of celebration. So I'll just show you that. And it says, this is a wonderful time in your life. Difficulties fall away and the light at the end of the tunnel is a star you can wish upon. The timing is right to make long-term plans for a joyful future. Have faith that things are going to turn out beautifully. And the other one is the Ace of Thought. And it says, this cherub has arrived to congratulate you for your brilliant new idea, which is truly inspired. It's important to communicate clearly and thoroughly with others who are involved in the implementation of your idea. Don't be dissuaded by little challenges along the way. These are merely course corrections to perfect your plan. Both cards resonating with that reading beautifully. You need to take a leap of faith and move forward. Thanks, Sagittarius.